Joe, Cullen from the BBC, obviously, congratulations on the victory. We can tell you you're delighted, obviously, the emotions are high. Just sum up that game for us, how you feel and how it went.
Yeah, I couldn't have wished it to go any better, to be honest. It was drama free. It was a routine victory. I thought Darren, obviously, I think he hit 13 dart the first leg, and I was a bit nervous going up, which I don't normally get. And when he hit 13 dart, I thought, oh great, I don't need this. But yeah, it was. I think I grew into the game, and I think I settled after the first set. Once I won the first set, it was, I settled down a little bit. Wasn't the best performance, but I don't think it needed to be. Darren didn't play his game. That I've seen on the tour that I know he can, so that's good for me.
The fans love your walk on. It's a spectacle in itself. How much does that boost morale beforehand, seeing the crowd get behind you from the get-go, even from the walk on? How important is that for your game, if at all?
I don't know. It's a bit strange. I'm obviously a massive Oasis fan, and it's one of those. I love the song, but now since I've walked on from it, I hate the song. Every time it comes on the radio, I'll turn it over, or if it comes on my playlist, I'll skip it. It's a really weird one. But yeah, the crowd love it. Like sort of that Sweet Caroline, Nathan's Walk On, and that's what it's about, especially at Christmas as well. The crowd really do get involved, and I think Sky sort of manipulated the way it did it, so it had a couple more verses than it normally has. So the crowd enjoyed it, so that's all that matters.
Obviously, a long way to go until you play next. You can enjoy Christmas sort of settle for a little bit. How much preparation will you do over Christmas? Obviously, you don't know who you're getting next round. There's still the potential of 3 different opponents. How much will you do over Christmas?
Yeah, if I'm honest, I'll probably have a couple of days off. What is it? Saturday today, Sunday. Yeah, I'll probably have Monday and Tuesday off, to be honest. Do a few things. Mop the floor, that sort of thing. But no, I'll just relax a little bit, and then I'll probably start gearing up again. Then sort of Wednesday, and it's one of those. I've had a shocking record here early doors, so I've had many horrendous Christmases. So this is one of those. I'll enjoy it, and I'll definitely be ready for the second game.
Will you be watching the next couple of days?
Absolutely not. I couldn't think of anything worse than watching darts.
Thanks.
Joe, you talk about having horrendous Christmases. As one of the seeds, this must be a nice feeling, mate, that Christmas is going to be nice because you're coming back.
Yeah, it is. Like last year, I was the last game of the whole second round, so I played the 23rd, got finished at like 11 o'clock at night. Obviously, scooted up the M1 Christmas Eve, trying to get things sorted. So I'd rather play late, if I'm honest, but especially, obviously now I've won, I'm obviously happy. So I've got sort of between a week and 10 days off, something like that. So I can enjoy it a bit, I can relax a little bit, and like I say, get myself geared up for my next game.
Coming into our championships, all the focus was on Luke Humphries, and you're in this section. Have you plotted your route to meeting him yet?
I've plotted it. I'm not under any sort of illusion. That I know that I'd meet Luke. I'd probably meet Luke in the last 16 if the seeds go to plan. But I've got the winner of Ryan Searle, Ian White. I forget who Ian White's playing, but they're no mugs. So I'm not looking past my next game.
And then you've got 2 TV semi-finals this year. The TV form's been really good, but no title for the first time in 5 years. Is that something you're concerned about?
I wouldn't say I'm concerned about it. I'm disappointed. We all want to win titles. There's no feeling like winning. But I think I played well in patches, and I think my game's sort of gone full circle a little bit. The Pro Tour used to be my bread and butter in the Euro Tour. Not been great on them, but I've been pretty good on TV. Even the games I've lost, I seem to have played okay, or a good performance has beat me. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. But if I can build on the 2 semi-finals and maybe go one further and maybe win this, then I'll be the happiest man.
Joe, congratulations.
Nice one, cheers, folks.
Joe, Darren was 10 points down on his average from his first round game. You expected him to play a little bit better?
I did, but I don't really care. I was expecting, especially after the first leg, I think he hit 13 dart first leg, so I was expecting him to put it on me early doors, and I think he got progressively sort of worse is a bad way of putting it, but he got progressively worse, and I think he was trying a little bit too hard, and obviously I've read a few things on Twitter and things like that he's going to retire. So I wish him a happy retirement. He's a really nice guy. As soon as I saw him in the venue, he asked how my family was and things like that. He's a really nice guy. So there's no animosity at all. I wish him well.
But people underestimate the year you've had on TV. semi-finals, at the match play semi-final, at the World Grand Prix. It's not been a bad year.
When you say people, do you mean the public or the media?
Both really, maybe.
Yeah, certainly think the media. Yeah, I think they see what they want to see sometimes. I've maybe been the victim of it in the past, but you know, yeah, they see what they want to see. But the public, you know, the public are so fickle. You know, 1 minute they're your friends. If I lose the next game with a 72 average, I'm all of a sudden. Yeah, that's how it is.
You pay attention to all that. What
Yeah, sometimes, you know, I like to. Sometimes I actually like to respond. It just actually entertains me, to be honest. You know, when you're getting sort of hate and stuff like that, it's all right. You know, at least someone's paying attention to you. You know, people, there's always been the saying, you know, that any publicity is good publicity. So if people, might be it.
more fun than watching the darts?
Absolutely. But I think there's some big storylines in Emmerdale and Coronation Street to keep your eyes peeled.
Joe, you mentioned the record at this tournament, just 2 last 16 appearances. What do you put that down to? Because you've been on TV a long time now, you've been successful on TV, winning the Masters, and you're a wire away from winning the Premier League as well.
Yeah, I think it's been a little bit of an enigma to start with. Obviously, it's difficult not being a seed. You know, the draws that I had, as you alluded to there, the games that I did lose, they weren't two idiots. You know, it wasn't losing, you know, to a qualifier from the other side of Baghdad. It wasn't that. It was losing to top 10 players. It was losing to 3-time world champions. It was. Don't get me wrong. There was games I maybe could have won, maybe should have won, but that's how it is. That's the nature of the beast a little bit. But it's certainly a lot easier the way the format is now and the way. Obviously, the seed's coming in the second round. So I think going forward from here, I think that, you know, my game's in a good place. You know, and I'm playing well on TV. So yeah, I'm hoping to do well for the rest of the tournament.
You spoke a few weeks ago that your mindset wasn't quite in the right place before that and qualified the Grand Slam. It's been a few weeks since then, saw you in mile ahead. How's the mindset now heading into Valley Palace? Yeah,
so it's a little bit better. I think that the way I weighed it up, I sort of evaluated. I thought that 3 weeks off, obviously a week while the Grand Slam was on and the week before and after, I thought that 3 weeks off would benefit me more than potentially qualifying for the Grand Slam. You know, it didn't materialise in Minehead at the Players' Championships, but Ryan Joyce played great darts against me, and I think he got to the semis, did he? So, you know, I was beaten by somebody who was playing well, and I think, like I say, you could have maybe jumped on me if I'd have lost tonight and said, you know, oh well, you maybe should have played this, you maybe should have played that, but you know, we play a lot of darts, you know, a lot of the year, so I think that, like I say, I weighed it up and I thought that was the best for me at the time.
So do you think that break now between this game and the Grand Prix game will do you good then over Christmas?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, obviously, if I'd have lost, it'd have been a horrific Christmas. But you know, I've had a few of them in the past, so I know how to deal with that as well. But you know, I'm looking forward to my next game. You know, whether it be earliest I'm going to play is the 27th. So you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to enjoy Christmas. You know, Christmas dinner is going to taste that little bit better, knowing that I'm coming back. Nice, thank you.
So one question for the German fans. What do you think the 5 German players can achieve at this tournament?
What do you think? What, sorry?
What the 5 players from Germany can achieve at this tournament?
Yeah, well, obviously we've seen what Gabriel did last year. You know, he got to the semi-finals and he was well deserved in the spot. He was fantastic the whole tournament. And darts is growing in Germany. It's, you know, we play a lot of darts in Germany. I do a lot of exhibitions in Germany, and the fans are absolutely fantastic. I actually prefer the German fans to the English fans, if I'm honest, because they're so much more respectful, unless you play in German, obviously. But yeah, I think I've not actually looked at the draw, but Gabriel and Martin are playing, you know, some great darts at the minute, and you've seen what Gabriel could do last year. So I'm sure that all 5 of them think that they can emulate what Gabriel did last year.
Joe, you say you love your walk-on song, but if it comes on the radio, I'll turn it over. Or if it comes on the iPod, I'll skip it. Why?
You mean that sounds so negative? Is that what journalists do? No, it's not. I obviously love the song, and if I didn't love it, I wouldn't walk onto it. But it's just, you know, when you hear something that much, I'm sure Darryl Gurn is the same, you know, with Sweet Caroline. When you hear it that much, it's just, I don't know, I just skip it all. I just skip it. I don't know why.
Are you happy to be flying under the radar a bit? Your name hasn't cropped up very much in people's, the medias or anybody else's pre-tournament sort of tips even among the dark horses. But you've got a track record over a body of work over the last 8-9 years that suggests you could be there or thereabouts. I mean, everybody remembers your phenomenal game against Van Gerwen.
Yeah, but I'm not that sensitive to think that that's offensive. There's people like Nathan Aspinall, I think he's world number 5, something like that. There's literally everyone's talking about Michael, Gerwin and Luke, and quite rightly so. People like Peter Wright's won it twice. No one's talking about him. So I'm not going to get the ump about them talking about me, certainly.